Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. I'm Brett. Now, we've actually got something new this month for comic book fans out there. It's the Comic of the Month Club. comicofthemonth.club. Interesting website, immediately got me intrigued. Well, they reached out and said they wanted to send an example of one of their monthly releases. So we're going to open up, we're going to show it off. I think the concept sounds really interesting. Now, you get 8 comics. It's $15.99 for the first month, $19.99 for the time after that. You get 8 comics curated for you. They give you like a list. You fill it out as to what you're interested, what you're not interested. It's everything from Marvel, DC, Valiant. Looked really, really interesting. The concept is kind of fun. And now, if you're like me and you're a comic book fan, part of that enjoyment is going through bins to go and grab stuff to see what you can find. And it seems like that's kind of the concept here, except being delivered to your doorstep. So this is thank you for your subscription to the Comic of the Month Club. They've customized this package just for me. Hope you love your subscription. Welcome any comments. If you didn't enjoy your box, please let them know. So this month's Comic of the Month is Amazing Spider-Man 651, signed by artist Humberto Ramos. Really, really interesting. One lucky subscriber will be getting this in their box. Humberto's Spider-Man work is expressive, exaggerated, and urge to check it out. May not include a certificate of authenticity, so some of you might ask how we know we did not get duped. We bought it directly from the man himself at Wizard World Chicago. In addition to being a great artist, he was friendly and appreciative of his fans. So next month's improvement, January, they're going to have improvement on their packaging. Right now, it's just was kind of like a priority bag and then a cardboard in that brown bag. Really basic stuff, which is fine starting off. We'll again feature a comic of the month. Exact issue remains to be determined. So this is Comic of the Month Club, comicofthemonth.club. Really, again, interesting concepts. We're going to go through, we're going to show off what we got here. It's a lot of older comics, which is fun. Like, it's entertaining to go through and see some of the older comics that people could pull out. None of these are necessarily barn burners or going to, like, tear up the charts, but, it's a nice trip down memory lane. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 comics in total. Started off, we got Captain America Annual. This is from 1991. $2 comic, back when comics were nice and cheap. Compared to today, we got Fantastic Four 281. Looks like it's a Malice issue of Fantastic Four. So this is back 65-cent issue, 1985. Archer and Armstrong, September #2. Unity time is not absolute. I mean, this is old school Archer and Armstrong from Valiant back in the day. Avengers 256. This is also from 1985. Into the Savage Land. Savage Land is always an entertaining comic and story. We got Daredevil, Man Without Fear, tie into Acts of Vengeance. This is from 1989. Daredevil 276. Might have been collecting Daredevil back then. We got a nice old one. So it's a Superman, 12-cent, April number 185. It says DC National Comics. It's a 12-cent one. I'm not quite sure when this will be from. Let's open it up and show it off. Now, none of these comics, looking at them quickly, it's not, we're talking like mint condition or anything. These are comics that are well loved and read, and that's part of the fun. So this is from 1966. So an old school Superman. Show that off. You can actually smell it. Smell the old school comic, the old comic. Alright, we got Cable. This is number 4 from 1993. I'm almost positive I got that one. That's like prime collection day of my time. We got Justice League America, number 98 from 95. And finally, Batman Chronicles, number 13 from summer of 98. So, a lot of old comics. It's kind of nice. There's a bunch of stuff from the 90s. Of course, you got that really old school Superman, which is pretty cool to check out. Overall, what is this? This is basically a group to do a little bin diving for you. You get an interesting collection. I'm not imagining that any of this is going to be like tearing up the charts as far as value. That's not really the point of this. This is package for folks who don't necessarily have a local comic shop to get to, or they can't get to their comic shop a lot, or really just aren't really digging, going through and doing the bin diving themselves and want someone to go do it for them. For $19.99 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 comics, say 8 or 9 comics, you're looking at like, you know, $2 and some change per issue. Shipping is included in the $19.99, so that's actually a pretty decent price for that. So, you know, $2 for an issue, it's not that bad. Now, I'm not expecting, again, any of these to be super valuable, but I think that's actually kind of entertaining, is to check these out, go through, bring back some history. I mean, as I said, there's, out of all these, you know, randomly, that Cable issue is probably sitting somewhere in my long box, but the rest of these, I guarantee, aren't. Maybe that Daredevil was, and maybe the Archer and Armstrong is, but for the rest of them, I probably wasn't reading these comics at these times, so all new to me, which is part of the fun. It's always great to go through boxes, find some old gems, just some entertaining comics, and sit back and read them, and that's kind of the enjoyment of the Comic Book of the Month Club. So you can go check them out at Comic of the Month Club, so comicofthemonth.club. That's their website. Link will be below. They did hook us up with this free one to go and check out. You know, I'm not sure if we're going to get any more. I just like the concept. I think it's really interesting. It's something new, different out there when it comes to like these blind boxes that exist. So to be able to see this, awesome. You know, seeing people go out and venture and try something new is always great in the comic industry. So, you know, check them out. I think it's kind of fun if you're a comic collector and like kind of like random boxes and stuff like that and want single issues. There you go. So you go check this out. Again, Comic of the Month Club, comicofthemonth.club. Thanks so much for hooking us up. Now, if you're into comics, you want news, reviews, interviews, and so forth, you can go check us out at graphicpolicy.com. We've got every single day on the hour, every single hour, 7 days a week, 365, and even a leap year. So we go and take care of you with all the news, information, everything you need. You can also find us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep diving in those bins, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky.